Hey church, today let's hone in on Numbers chapter 9. This is the description of the cloud above the tabernacle, and I want to read a little bit of this. So we're going to pick up at verse 15. On the day the tabernacle, the tent of the covenant law, was set up, the cloud covered it. From evening till morning, the cloud above the tabernacle, it looked like a fire. That is how it continued to be. The cloud covered it, and at night it looked like fire. Whenever the cloud lifted from above the tent, the Israelites set out. Wherever the cloud settled, the Israelites encamped. At the Lord's command, the Israelites set out, and at his command they encamped. As long as the cloud stayed over the tabernacle, they remained in camp. When the cloud remained over the tabernacle a long time, the Israelites obeyed the Lord's order and did not set out. Sometimes the cloud was over the tabernacle only a few days. At the Lord's command they would encamp, and then at his command they would set out. Sometimes the cloud stayed only from evening till morning, and when it lifted in the morning they set out, whether by day or by night. Whenever the cloud lifted, they set out. Whether the cloud stayed over the tabernacle for 2 days or a month or a year, the Israelites would remain in camp and not set out. But when it lifted, they would set out. At the Lord's command they encamped, and at the Lord's command they set out. They obeyed the Lord's order in accordance with his command through Moses. Okay, so a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night guided and protected the Israelites as they traveled across the desert. Now, some have suggested that this pillar may have been like a burning bowl of tar whose smoke was visible during the day and whose fire could be seen at night. However, a bowl of tar would not have lifted itself up and moved ahead of the people. And the Bible is clear that the cloud and the fire moved in accordance with the will of God. The cloud and fire were not merely natural phenomena. They were the vehicle of God's presence and the visible evidence of his moving and directing his people. Now, let's bring this home. I think God is just as particular with us as he was with the Israelites. All right? He has a very specific plan for us, not just in general, but daily, even hourly. He has an opinion on everything I do, minute by minute. And I have the responsibility as a follower of Christ to submit every minute of my day to his will and his whisper. Now, do you believe this? The Israelites traveled and camped as God guided. When you follow God's guidance, you know you are where God wants you, whether you're moving or staying in one place. For example, you are physically somewhere right now. Sometimes in our fast-paced world, if we aren't moving to a new city or gaining some new promotion or planning some big trip, it can be tempting to wonder if we are living out our true purpose. I'd like to propose something. Instead of praying, God, what do you want me to do next? Maybe ask, God, what do you want me to do while I'm right here? Direction from God is not just for your next big move. He has a purpose in placing you where you are right now. Begin to understand God's purpose for your life by discerning and listening what he wants you to do right now, today, this moment. Peace be with you.